Hi there, I'm Chef Eric Crowley, owner of the Culinary Classroom in West Los Angeles, and today I'm going to show you how to roast potatoes and serve it with a Romesco sauce. To start off with, I'm going to need about 1.5 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes. You could do some baby red potatoes, but I definitely recommend staying away from a russet. It's going to wind up breaking up. It has too much starch in it. You may even find purple potatoes or white rose potatoes. Those will wind up working fine. If the potatoes are really small, you can keep them whole. If they're larger, like these ones here, you can see I'm going to cut them up into pieces. I'm also going to need about 1/4 cup of olive oil, 5 to 6 cloves of unpeeled garlic cloves, about 7 or 8 sprigs of thyme, and a healthy pinch of salt and a little bit of pepper. And then at the very end to serve it, I'm going to use about a cup of Romesco sauce to make 4 servings. So this is going to roast in a 375. You could even go as high as a 425 oven. The higher you go, the more frequently you want to check your potatoes. I do like to roast them in a nice big cast iron skillet like this. If you don't have one, any kind of roasting pan will wind up doing fine. But if you have a really big, well-seasoned cast iron skillet like this, you could actually cut down on the amount of oil that you're going to need. Inside the skillet, I'm going to place my potatoes. And you can see one of the things that's going to be ideal is you want to have the potatoes in a nice single layer. I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of oil, a little bit more if you're using a non-seasoned, like an aluminum roasting pan. I'm going to add in some sprigs of thyme, whole garlic cloves as well, unpeeled, a really healthy pinch of salt. Potatoes are very bland. You can use a really good amount of salt. Smaller pinch of pepper. I would say that pinch of salt was running about 1 teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoons, and that pinch of pepper was 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to get a spoon and just basically stir this all around. I want to get the potatoes really coated up in the oil and make sure all the seasoning gets all distributed. Then I'm going to cover this on up with a piece of aluminum foil, get it covered up really nice and tight, and then we're going to pop it into our oven and we're going to let it roast. For these pieces, we're looking at I want to check them after about 30 minutes since the potato pieces are pretty big. If I was going on for a smaller one like a baby potato, I would actually want to check it after 20 minutes because towards 30 it's probably going to be done. Wrap this guy on up and into the hot oven it goes. Okay, after the potatoes have been in the oven for about 30 minutes or so, I want to check it with a paring knife or a fork and make sure the potatoes are really nice and tender. They are. I uncover the foil, remove your thyme sprigs. I've actually taken out the garlic cloves, and I want to take them and squeeze them out of the skins. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to take the pan and bring it out of the oven and put it onto the stove top. Just go ahead and squeeze your garlic clove, and there it goes. That's going to go back into the pan. Add a few more right here. Take some tongs or take a nice big metal spoon and actually kind of break these guys up a little bit. Then to finish it off, we're going to take some Romesco sauce, about 1/2 cup for the amount of potatoes that we have in here. Have about 1 cup in here that we're going to wind up utilizing the rest for a little garnish. Pour some on in there. Basically just give the potatoes a nice little stir. Stir it all around. Saute the Romesco sauce for about 30 seconds or so. And if you wanted to serve it in a casserole, you can pour it out and put it into a warm casserole. Typically at home, I'll just serve it right here in this cast iron skillet. Put it right onto a heat-proof trivet or something else so it doesn't wind up burning up my table or my tablecloth. Maybe a little bit of extra Romesco on top. Garnish it off with a little bit of fresh thyme or maybe some chopped parsley. And that is our oven roasted potatoes with Romesco sauce. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on other links so you can get other recipes. If you don't see something that interests you, email a request to requests@mahalo.com. Also be sure to subscribe so you can get lots of wonderful additional information. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.